Hey guys, I realized quite a lot of people seem to get a headache when landscaping in Farming Simulator. Like, sometimes you would get smooth edges, sometimes you get this weird, spiky, wobbly kind of thing. Could be like on the side of ramps. You can see the overlay moving up and down as you go across. Or you could have smooth ramps, or smooth sides of ramps. So what's the difference here? In order to explain why this happens, I decided to make a short video which explains how Farming Simulator works behind the scenes. And I changed some setting in an XML file in order to enable developer mode, and that allows me to switch to wireframe mode. So as you can see here, the landscape, as in any graphical video game really, is made up out of triangles. So you have these pieces with 3 corners, 2 of them forming a square. And that results in 2 corners being connected by a diagonal line, while the other 2 corners are not connected. Landscaping in Farming Simulator is affected by this in such a way that if you level along an edge, along one of these lines here, any of them really, you will get these like straight tops and quite a sharp edges, while if I did that in a direction which does not have the diagonal, you can already see that it will be impossible to have a sharp edge here. You will always, like if I make this area quite a lot larger, you will see that the edge will always have these kind of spikes. So if I switch back to wireframe mode, you can see why, because like between these 2 raised points there is no line, and therefore the ground rendering will also not be performed between these 2 points. Now don't worry, if you're on console for example, you won't be able to activate developer mode, but if you have the square shape of your cursor, it will actually give you hints, because the edges of this shape are actually in like along these lines. Hope you can see it. It always has the same orientation as like the squares you can see. The only thing you will not find out is which of the diagonal ways have an edge and which ones don't. But you can basically just experiment, and you should see, okay, I mean this is not perfect, but this looks a lot less spiky than this does. So the diagonal line must be in this direction. So just to prove a point, I like really quickly created some kind of terracing here. So for example, if you would want to do that, you would start out by leveling along the edge of the leveling tool. Did this on different levels, and then use the slope tool and basically just right click. I don't know the console bind, but it's probably in the help menu. Like you would right click up here, then you would left click down here and just drag the mouse along all the way until to the top to make like a smooth ramp here. That's it basically. So hopefully you could learn something new here, and I was able to reduce the headache you have when landscaping in the future.